hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 every
Welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we're going to be doing an AMA on Twitter, and we're going to be doing an airdrop for anybody that participates in the with all requirements. Okay, so the AMA or the Twitter space is going to start in about 30 minutes. No sound. Hold up. All right. I did that yesterday. I'm trying to work on my hot mic skills, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, we're back. My bad, guys. All right, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we're going to be doing an AMA or a Twitter space on on Twitter. Okay, the Twitter space starts in about 30 minutes. I'm not sure exactly when my slot is, but anybody that shows up to the Twitter space using the correct profile picture is going to get an airdrop. Now we can... What up, your boy Ski? Hodl, buy or sell. DCA. Hey, so I'm going to do like my normal live stream at 6 p.m. Central. This is strictly an AMA / airdrop. And we actually, after the AMA is over, I might like just continue the live stream. We'll probably do that. We'll probably just continue the live stream. But there's an AMA, aka a Twitter space that starts in 30 minutes. Anybody that shows up to the Twitter space, let me show you guys the correct profile picture. Anybody that shows up to the Twitter space using this as their profile picture on Twitter and then joins this Twitter space right here. I just posted it in TikTok, and then let me post it on YouTube. There's the Twitter space. This is the profile picture to change your Twitter profile picture. Anybody that shows up to the Twitter space using that as your profile picture is getting an airdrop. Tell me your thoughts on Alluvium. I think it's solid. It says, there he is. Can't hear you. No sound. Are we good on the sound? Good morning, Captain. Bitcoin is king says, yo, what up, fam? What up, fam? This is your captain speaking. Let's go. I got it changed. All right, let me get a list. I want to make sure everyone gets the drop. All right, so you got to change your profile picture on Twitter, X gonna give it to you, whatever you want to call it. Where's my notebook? And then join the Twitter space. The Twitter space starts in about 30 minutes. Okay, I don't know when my time slot is, but this is the Twitter space right here. Crypto Kin. And then I posted it in YouTube and I posted it in on TikTok. He says, I got 3 days left on the naughty list. Eli, make a new one. I just bought 9 Bitcoin in 2015 for about 10 grand. Held for 9 through the last year's bull run and still hold. Jeff, that's probably the smart thing to do. Just updated my profile picture. Let's go. All right, let me get my... Oh, here's my notebook. All right, I got a notebook right here. All right. I want to make sure everyone gets their airdrop, okay? If it's a tie, if I'm not sure, you're getting it, all right? I've given away 27 million tokens already. 27 million tokens already. There's only 949 million. I've given away like 5% of the supply. No, like, I think that's like 3%. I've given away 3% of the supply. Insane. All right, guys. So let me get a list. So we got, I'm going to put AUG dog as a candidate. Says, damn, hopefully I win some. Bitcoin is king. All you need to do to win some is join the Twitter space, which I have the Telegram and I have the Twitter space in the comments. You need to join the Twitter space with this as your profile picture on Twitter. That's all you got to do. Just join the space with this as your profile picture on Twitter. Everybody that does that is getting an airdrop. I know that you were saying that you're waiting on your Solana to clear. What time is the AMA? The AMA is in about 20 minutes. I'm not exactly sure when my time slot is. It's not as like structured, but this is really more our vibe. So the last AMA wasn't really our vibe. This one's more our vibe. The vibes check out, all right? We're all about the vibes over here. Yeah, we hit over 2 million. And that's the crazy thing is like I literally drew this out. I drew this out a month ago on exactly what we was going to do. And we're following it to a T. Yeah, so the AMA is... It's because everything does this. Everything does this. Everything. AMA is in 20 minutes. Make sure you guys show up, show out. Everyone that does so correctly with the correct profile picture is getting an airdrop. Mystic Ski. So shout out to the GOAT, Richard Wyckoff. I am but a humble servant. I am but a translator. That's it. He's the one that made the method. That's not. And shout out to Fibonacci. I forget his first name. But same thing, like Richard Wyckoff. Wyckoff method is made after Richard Wyckoff. Fibonacci is made after the mathematician in Italy. I can't think of his first name, but his last name is Fibonacci. Can you show that chart again? Fred Fibonacci. Oh, did this start? Hold up, did this start already? No. All right, Bull Run gonna allow Ski to buy a new camera. Yeah, so I have a camera. I have a really good camera, but it's not good for streaming. So I use my phone for streaming. Head there immediately to join the Solnic gang. Gang, let's go, fam. Quant, please. I'm gonna do a regular stream later on. This is all about the airdrop, but I'll just say $1,300 for Quant. Can you go over the Solnic chart again? I got you. Right now, we are in classic Wyckoff accumulation. This was the accumulation phase. This was the spring. This is a clear signal that a bottom is in. And then this move right here is what they call the sign of strength. We could chop between 2 and a million for a little bit, but technically all stipulations have been met for us to go to the next leg. This is a super clean chart. And when we look at Wyckoff schematic, it doesn't really get too much cleaner than that, to be honest. Especially with the meme coin, you have your accumulation phase, your markup phase, your distribution phase, your markdown phase. Does this over and over and over and over again. Here is the technical schematic. We are somewhere in here waiting for phase E, which you would call a bull run or a markup phase. They are the same thing. link to the Telegram. The link is it's pinned. It's pinned in the comments right now. Bitcoin is king. Who do we send the wallet address to? Freddie, you got to join the Twitter space with the correct profile picture. The Twitter space starts in 15 minutes. So join the Twitter space with the correct profile picture. And then once you've done all of that, send it to Habib or Ishmael on in the Telegram. The Telegram is pinned in the YouTube comments. Thoughts on ICP? ICP is solid. I'm going to do a regular live stream this evening at 6 p.m. Central Time. This is an AirDrop. This is an AirDrop stream. And I might actually keep the live stream going after the AMA. I might actually keep it going after the AMA. And then we'll get into your guys' stuff. So will distribution phase occur between 10 and 25 million? Yeah, that's right. It will. Most likely. I mean, like, with the meme coin with such a low market cap, it could go higher. Like, I've seen instances where it goes higher, but that's where I would expect it to start over. And depending on how high we go is depending on how low we'll go in the next markdown phase. So it'll probably be somewhere between 7 to 4 million is where it will reaccumulate again, which is a double from where we're at right now. Link to the, oh yeah, Telegram. Yep, it will do something like here's the full, like what it's going to do, like fully. All right, it's going to go all the way up to here, distribute, mark down, and then reaccumulate, and then start the phase over again. Just like that. Already part of the Solnic army since March. Let's go. Let's go, fam. When was March? What was it looking like? I know that anybody that even started accumulating at the top, if you DCA'd, if you bought the absolute top $6 million market cap and bought each and every week, you are now in the green. A shining beacon of integrity in the den odd unscrupulous memes. I try to keep it as honest as I possibly can. As I humanly possibly can. I try to do my very, very best. Your very best. I try to do my best. Thoughts on IBC, ICP? I like ICP. I think ICP is a solid value right here as well. I like their charts, their fundamentals. I think it's solid. It's a good value. Telegram is confusing. I click to verify. Nothing happens. Do I join the group? Yeah, okay, so like you have to verify you're a human being. You already have. You don't really need to join the Telegram. If you have the profile picture, it's just an easy way to get it and an easy way to get your AirDrop. But you can send me proof on Instagram or whatever. But so it's going to take you to a portal on the Telegram. You're going to verify that you're a human. Once you verify that, it's going to take you to the real Telegram. And it'll look like this once you're in. It will look like this. Looks like the chat's locked right now. But this is what it's going to look like once you're in here. After you verify, you need to click the temporary link. There you go. After you verify you're a human, click the temporary link. You don't need to join the Telegram to get your AirDrop. It just makes it easier to get the profile picture. But if I have you marked down, you can send me a DM as well. Freddie says, I believe it was 2 million. I'm definitely in the green. IDCA. Let's go, Freddie. Let's go. I love to hear that. So, like, Freddie, by all accounts, so he got in March. I'm going to say he got in late. But it had already started to run. So he got in somewhere around in here then. It had already started to run. And Freddie is like a savage because it went up to 6 million and started to gruel all the way back down, and even got to 400K. He kept DCAing and is now well in the green. And now we're starting to start the next cycle over again. So that's like the best strategy, is to DCA. That's the best, because you're gonna have like, so there's gonna be like 5%. I mean, this is any chart right now. Any chart, I don't care what the chart is. There's gonna be 5% euphoria. There's gonna be 5% pain, and then there's gonna be 90% sideways and boring. I send screenshots of my Twitter with my wallet. Yeah, send me your Solana receive address from Phantom Soulflare. Can you explain again, please? All right, so here's how to get the airdrop. You can join the Telegram, which it is pinned in the YouTube comments. That link right there, you're going to verify you're a human, and then it will give you a temporary link. Join the Telegram, and then the pinned comment is this right here. This is the pinned comment. Take this picture. Change your profile picture on Twitter. All right, change your profile picture on Twitter, and then join the Twitter space, which you'll find it in the Telegram, and it's one of my comments on here as well. Join the space with that profile picture, and everybody that does is going to get an airdrop. Cliff says, trade any shit coins you're holding for Solnic. Let's pump the chart for the AMA. Run it up, chat. Wiggins of Pipfire says, Solnic cured my ED. Not only are we getting X's in the charts, but we're getting X's, all kinds of growth. We're getting growth for your bank, growth for your pants. Can you show the picture again? Will, you can find it in the Telegram. This is the picture right here. Change your profile picture to this on Twitter and join the Twitter space. The Twitter space starts in about 10 minutes. We need like 50 savages with this same profile picture. We're trying to show these other communities how strong our community is. So the Twitter space is going to start in about 10 minutes. And everybody that shows up to the Twitter space with the correct profile picture, which is this, is going to get an airdrop. Art, let him know. Do I send my airdrops or do I not? All right, so we got Wild Man. All right, and so like this is how it's going to go. I'm going to have a list. I'm going to send the list to Habib. Habib's like kind of my right-hand man for the airdrops. He's going to get like 90%. I'm sure there's going to be some of you that fall through the cracks. So take a screenshot. Whatever he doesn't get in the next 24 hours, I will get you after that. So that's how it's going to go. Your Twitter account, right? Yeah, so Solnic, S-O-L-N-I-C. Solnic coin, S-O-L-N-I-C coin. We're about to be on a Twitter space in about 10 minutes. I'm waiting for it to start right now. So it's supposed to start in 7 minutes. With Solnic, everything goes up. Your bank account. We posted the address in Telegram. Orange is beautiful. Send it to Habib. I'm going to give him like 24 hours to take care of everyone. And whoever he doesn't get in the next 24 hours, I'm sure some people, like he's a human being, some people are going to slip through the cracks. If you slip through the cracks, it's okay. I'm going to get you in the next 24 hours. But Habib is going to be the main point of contact. Should we go over to Twitter? Yeah, you can watch the live stream and the AMA or whatever. You could go over to Twitter. That's fine. Put me on the list. I got you. Habib said, I'm not in the airdrop list. Oh, it's because it's being made right now, bro. I haven't given him the list yet. The Twitter space hasn't even started yet. So you gotta wait. The Twitter space hasn't even started yet, fam. We got like 5 minutes before it even started. I'll write you down right now if I see you there. And then I'm writing down people that are saying they're doing it, and then I'm gonna circle them when I see them there. My Twitter is alright, I got you. SEIKIXTZ. Do you have a lot of do you have a time slot? I don't have an exact time slot. I will be speaking. I don't know what the time is though. We got art. All right. Yeah. Be graceful with Habib. He's a human. And I put a lot on his plate. Shout out to Habib. Bro is a soldier. But give him grace. He is a human. And he is manually looking through all this one by one. But I promise you, I've given away 27 million coins at this point. You will get taken care of. Don't you worry. Who is the liquidity provider with 3S on Solnic? 3% on Solnic. So most of the liquidity is burned. Most of the liquidity is burned. I don't own Solnic. I will get an airdrop. You will get an airdrop. That's right. Even if you don't own Solnic. It will be burned. Cliff says we are. It will be burned. We are. It will be burned. I'm still laughing about the Cliff says the community contributed that, mostly Megan. There you go. So that's burn liquidity. If you go to Dex Screener, there's a liquidity provider list, burn, a wallet, and then me. Yeah, so that's mostly Megan. It's burned. Shout out to Megan. She was one of the OGs. Megan's a top G. All right, let's see. It says 3 minutes. I don't know how punctual. This is like more of a degen space, so they might not be like super punctual, but it's all good. It's all good. We're waiting for this. But this is more our crowd. Like the last crowd, that's not really us. But we paid our homage, and that's what it's about. It's about just getting in the gym, getting your shots in, getting your reps in. That was one rep. That was one day. All right. High fives all around. Now, it's time to get in the gym, get the shots in, and we're going to do the same thing that we're doing right now, like 100 more times. If we're going to really take this to $6 billion market cap, there's no free lunch. All right. It's not going to happen for free. It's not going to be, oh, let me buy it and just hope. No, sirree. No, ma'am. It's ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not going to happen for free. You got to earn your bag. You got to earn your 1000X. It will take all of us doing all of our part. And stuff like this is free. It is free to change your profile picture. It is free to like, share, comment, repost. All that is free. But every single little drop adds to the bucket. It will take all of us doing. Are you sure? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Let's go. I got 1, 2. We got Bitcoin is king for sure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, Ken, I just want a little bit. You know, it's that adrenaline rush for a couple days straight. Like really, once it goes away a little bit, like
I'm
it
gonna
all
write
hits you
down
at
the list
once.
here.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, honestly, man, I'm really excited about this space, especially with the projects that we have in. I made sure to check up on where the projects are and how the projects have been doing, and from our last spaces last week into the spaces this week. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at for a lot of these projects that are in, we're looking at some really nice price appreciation. We're looking at a lot of good things that have been going on, good updates. Sharby definitely. We'll definitely be touching on that. Really happy for you guys. Really happy to see that that chart started to get the love it deserves. Solnic is another one that got the big sell off, the big retracement. Community stayed working, team stayed working, and charts looking really really good. I actually had a guy yesterday asked me for the contract, and then he's like, I heard that one's down. He's like, you know those guys, right? And I was like, yeah, good team, this and that. They're good guys that are pushing on it. Shared the contract, and then he looks at the chart and he's all, God damn, I'm late. I was like, yeah, you may have missed the dip there, brother, but yeah, that's another one that has recovered very very well. QB is pushing towards almost all-time highs. Mom has seen a 2x pump from the bottom from last week. So yeah, between everything that we're looking at here, a lot of these projects have had really good pump backs.
The
Cora is
Cora
another
too.
one
Yeah.
that is kind of consolidating at a lower level and then started to pump back. So yeah, listening to these spaces, we definitely have a lot of good projects here. And I think, that's a good test, especially for Solana projects, to be able to say, okay, we were on spaces last week or 2 weeks ago. Now we can come back a week or two later and say our chart is actually higher than where it was. It's not something that you typically get in a space where, most stuff doesn't last much more than a day or two. So, that's one of the things that we really work for, is trying to bring you guys solid projects, trying to bring, vetted projects and teams and people that are going to continually work on things, not bringing you some project that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow.
What's up, players?
Yo, what's up, Karn? You got the music? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vibes are right. Vibes are
Yo,
right. How you feeling, brother?
yo, why is space so quiet, man?
All right, I got a lot of the people right now.
It's never
Are we
quiet
recorded?
with Ken and me in here. It's never quiet.
Are we recorded? Dang. I
Yeah,
got
we're recorded. We're recorded.
okay. I got a filter in my mouth.
Yeah, maybe a little. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, hey, if we
Keep
cuss a
showing
bit,
up.
things happen. I don't think they'll pull it.
All right, look, I have a pretty
Nah,
strong
fuck
list
that.
of
I'm
people.
cussing it all the way I want, bro.
Everyone that I
Just like
I'm
seen.
Pop
kidding.
on
I'm
the
kidding.
coin merge spaces, we had a over under on how many times he would drop an F bomb, and it was like, would it be 100 or more? And of course, I took the over, and I won that bet.
Well, make a bet on me, bro. How many times I would say fuck? What the fuck?
By the end of the spaces, yeah, I think I'll take the over on that one as well.
We got
Yeah. How many
Hector.
times would I say what the fuck? Man, yeah, it's
Damn.
good.
Oh,
It's
go
good to
ahead.
hear you. It's good to hear you
Join
boys,
HG.
man.
I
Again,
got you,
Shabby,
fam. I think I
Hero,
saw you up
Ken,
there.
and see all the crazy motherfuckers in here.
Yeah, man, we missed you. We missed you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too, man. I miss crypto. Well, now that it's
What's your
green, I
name
miss
on
it.
Twitter so I
But
get you
when it
for
was
sure?
red, I was like, yo, buy the red, guys. Buy it. Don't sell. Buy.
Hey, I did buy the red, brother. I did buy the red while everybody was laughing at me, telling me Solana was going to $50. I did buy the red, and then when Solana hit 155 2 days later, everybody was like, "Oh, I wish I would have bought the dip. I wish I would have bought the dip." Yeah,
I
that's
should have
that's
bought more.
typical.
I should have bought more, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody what I bought, they're like, "Oh, that's risky. I don't know why you're buying right now." Like, okay, yeah, I don't know why I'm buying right now either.
Bro, they're probably buying some stocks or some fucking stupid company shit, bro.
Bro, look at this. Habib's in the
Fuck.
house.
Oh, I see we
Ah,
got Chimp, we got KJ here. I'll throw out invites, see if you guys are ready to come up. But yeah,
yes.
I think we got enough in. We can start with a little bit of introductions. So I'll start with myself, then I will pass it to you, Carnage, and then we will start to do some introductions for the projects. Just give a little backstory on yourself when it gets to you, and then just the elevator pitch on the project. And then we will come back around for more of a deep dive on each project. But yeah, at first try to keep it maybe 5 minutes or less. A little bit of backstory on yourself, little bit of backstory, elevator pitch on the project, and then we will continue to roll around the room, circle back around, and then deep dive each project.
All
So,
right,
for
Ken.
those that do not know
Ken.
me, what's up, brother?
Sorry, I'm timing you though. Your 5 minutes begins now.
Yeah, yeah, put it on the clock. Put it on the clock. So yeah, for those of you that may not know me, I am Crypto Ken. I've been in the space since July
Hey,
2021.
bro, we're gonna do a
I've
regular
been
live
in
stream at
the DJing
6.
space since only about a few months after that, kind of later 2021. Been full time in the space since 2022. I've done lots of different jobs in the space, community management, being a developer, running my own projects, marketing. I run a call channel. I am True Trend Solana, True Trend base owner. I run Mom on Solana, and I am also running QB on Solana. So, a little bit of backstory on those. Mom's been around about 4 months, launched at about 11K, 1.2 million all time high, currently trading at about 180K market cap. Recently had a dip, pullback all the way to 85K, and has been pushing back up towards that 200K level. QB is the other project I will be presenting here today. QB is on, I believe, day 13 now. It was launched at a 3K market cap. It's currently trading about 150K. All time high was about 200K, one big buy, and then that was sold off pretty quickly. And it's continued to build from there. It's on about day 13, and it's looking at about 4 small red days, 9 green days, and probably one of the best charts that you will actually see on Solana. So there is my quick introduction. Carnage, feel free, introduce yourself, introduce Cora, and then we'll continue to circle around.
Um, Hero and Shabi, you want to go first? I'm saving the best for last.
All right, yeah. First off, congratulations, Solnic. Great show out. That's awesome. I see all the crowd out there. And please retweet the space. We only got 16 reposts. We can get some more people in here, which
Yeah,
will help
everyone
all our
retweet the
projects. So
space. Everyone retweet the space.
So I'm Crypto Hero. I've been in the space for a few years now. COVID times. Really, I've been in Sharby since day one. Not as part of the team, but I was a grinder. I'm a grinder. I'm a raider. I was always there to help and push the project and do whatever it took. And I think that's what makes a good leader.
My bad. My bad. I did not mean to click that. I was trying to do a
Nice.
request, and
Damn.
then the request came
He said,
on,
"Shut the
and then the
hell up."
request disappeared right as I was going to click, and it made me mute everybody. I'm sorry, brother.
It's all right. It's all right. So I think that's what makes a good leader, right? Is one that's there, that's working hard, that's working with the community, that raids hard, that works every day. I have 5 Twitter accounts. I'm here putting max effort in every day for Sharby, for Sharby DAO, for our community. I wasn't our leader. I'm not the dev. But I guess I would consider myself the community manager of Sharby. We are DAO owned. We have a legalized DAO. We're fully KYC'd. As a meme coin, we've been around for 15 months. We're multi-chain. Currently, we're on Shibarium and Solana with our ETH relaunch coming in 2 weeks, and we're making a big push on Solana. And I think that we really want to work on pushing the female meme coin narrative on Solana. Solana has never had a female meme coin run big, and I think this is the time. I think that we have a few projects here that are willing to work together, and I think we can push together a female meme narrative that can really make noise, and I think we can make a meta out of it. I think that Mom and Cora and Sharby, and what you can do with a female meme. It's almost untouched in the crypto space, and so you're probably seeing a lot of edgy memes out of Sharby, but we're also developing utility. We're going to be here forever. We have some major things coming, and I'll talk about that. But Ken mentioned seeing a chart, and how you don't see charts like ours on Solana. If you look at the Sharby chart, kind of like the QB, it's amazing looking, and it's setting up for a major run. And our first goal is 100 million, and we're excited to tell you how we're going to get there. You ready now, Carnage?
He said he wanted to go last, so I think we're just gonna skip Carnage. We're just gonna skip him. So yeah, I think since we're gonna keep with the skipping, let's move over to Solnic. Like I said, really really good show out. I'm definitely impressed seeing that. I'm sure a lot of the viewers are as well. So yeah, definitely dive in and let them know what's so special about Solnic and why you guys have this kind of support.
Hey, Crypto Ken, first off, I just want to say thanks for having us on here and all the Solnic Savage Army. Make sure you follow Crypto Ken and all the other speakers as well. What makes us so good is our community. That's where we're going to take it. We will go as far as the community takes us, and you can see the strong showing and the strong community. All of the people with the PFPs, like Cliff, Habib, Carlos, shout out to everyone in the chat rocking the NFT project, PFP. That is our community. That's the Solnic Savage community. And just the elevator pitch, the charts are looking awesome. And a little bit of background about me is I'm a full-time content creator, your boy Ski on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. This is a community takeover. And led by my community, the Savage community. So all the people in the chat are the Savages from the Solnic Army, and it's held mostly by my community. My wallet is fully doxed, but we're not just a meme coin. We're trying to build real things. And just like Shabira said, the female meme, I think that's a big play, and teamwork makes the dream work. We also have in our NFT projects, we do have a line of the females. So that basically what's upcoming is I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we have an NFT launch coming up, and that's going to provide liquidity to get us bridged, to get us on exchanges, and to continue the development. But I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate the Solnic Army showing up and showing out. You guys are awesome, and I'll pass the mic from here.
Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, they definitely showed up and showed out. I think, especially when you're looking at a meme coin, of course, the most important part of a meme coin is having that community behind you and seeing your community show up the way that they did. I think, a lot of the listeners here should definitely take a look at that and see, if you have a big community behind it, that's why reversals like this are able to happen. And that's, why the chart looks the way that it does. So, of course, community first when it comes to this. And like I said, I'm definitely impressed with your guys' show out. Next, we will move over to Jupiter Chimp.
John, I'm going to talk about it when he rolls back to
Soul.
me.
Then we'll move over to Pleb and Most Wanted.
Right on, brother. I'm going to be short and sweet. I'm sick as a dog, and I've been vomiting all morning, but I didn't want to ghost you, so I made sure to tune in and hear everybody out and just that's me. I grind every day, and I always work for my Spurto memes. I love the Spurto meme. I'm kind of obsessed. It is what it is. I dropped a few like the knowyourmeme.com, so you can go to that link and you can see the history of Spurto. It's been out since 2008. It's got a lot of history. I make a lot of memes. I have much love, and I'm gonna
Cliff,
keep
we
pushing
should
this thing because
give
that's what I do. But
we should give
I'm gonna get some
Shabira
rest. Thanks for having me.
we should airdrop Shabira
Yeah,
some
no
of the
problem at all.
female
I'll
NFTs.
get a tweet from the main X account up on the big board so people will be able to hop in, check that out. But yeah, I know that Merc is actually at work, so he was saying that rhyme, that's funny. Um, he said that he'd be in a little bit later. But yeah, no problem at all. I know, health definitely comes first. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling good, brother. But yeah, I will get that up on the big board for you guys. And then if Merc does make it in later, I will definitely give him the stage.
Yeah, because there's a lot of juicy details that we have coming out over the next few weeks. It just kind of hurts to talk because I've been puking all morning. Anyways, much love. I'm gonna tune out and just listen.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Thanks for showing up. And I did just get a tweet up there. So, if you guys do want to check out Spurto, check out the memes he's talking about and the work that they are doing. That tweet is up there. Feel free to click and, check out their X profile. Next up, we will move over to Pleb. I see we got KJ here. If you're ready to go, brother, feel free.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm here representing the plebs, and we were on talking about it before, so I'll just essentially pleb. We started with a different narrative than we have going currently, and we kind of rebranded into this Roman narrative that we have going with the plebeian, because the pleb word comes from plebeian, which is essentially anyone that's a commoner, anyone that's not a part of the royal or the clergy, anyone that's not a part of that 1% elite class. So we just are representing all the plebs, and everyone in this the crypt belongs to the plebs, and this is the time that we can really show that and come together. And one of the things, kind of like all you guys are talking about, the main thing is all about community. And our community has been resilient from the very beginning. We had a lot of nonsense go on early on and took it over as a community and have just been building ever since. And we have, I brought up before, we have Strife who's backing us, and he has been out in Dubai doing a lot of stuff recently. So he actually has met up with a few of the people that we were some hints at last week. So he met up with someone in Dubai that he knows, a senior manager, which is the largest media company in the world. And so met up with AJ, who I feel like a lot of you guys probably will know, who he's been involved with David Media and done stuff like that, but operator and a builder in the space as well. And that's kind of the main thing that we're doing at Pleb, is looking for anyone that is, one, either has skill sets or creativity that we can implement into the project. And we're doing that with all of our AI art guys, people that are making music. We have a guy actually that's been making AI music as well for Pleb, and we're going to start releasing a lot of those tracks
so I have
also, as well as some
NFT,
rap, this and that. So we're doing all sorts of stuff, just trying to keep it fun, trying to keep it creative, and add as much value as we can via all of our holders in our community, because the more that we can do that, the stronger we'll become. So that's kind of what we're doing over at Pleb. Little quick price breakdown. We did have our all-time high at 4 mil, and we're down just under 3.5. We have over 2,000 holders. Our holders have just been growing.
2,000 holders. That's
on our correction as well. So not great going on the correction, but it is what it is. It's been healthy, and we're about to start that next. Going to be dropping crazy amounts of alpha coming next week, to be honest. I'm actually super I'll pass it on to the next person so that we can keep the intros going those later. But yeah, man, plebs is and we're all plebs, so super excited to be here. And yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, I definitely love to hear that you guys got, some nice things that are going to be coming. I know you were kind of alluding to some of that last week. And, one of the things that I wanted to touch on from what you said
the NFT
is,
project?
holder count has grown
Tell me
even
more
though,
specifically.
chart may have gone down over the last, week and a half or so, but the holder count has grown. So that is definitely a good sign when it comes to holder distribution, and is definitely a good sign of showing that people have interest and you're bringing new members and new holders into the project. That's definitely what you want to see on retracements. And then, of course, with the, as you said,
An
alpha
NFT
and
for so. Oh,
things that
that's
are
right.
coming to be able
Casino
to, kind of
briefcase,
boost that, is what you're going to be looking for to be able to come back out for that reversal. But being
briefcase,
able to have more holders and getting holder distribution is definitely a very good
homage,
sign on a dip that holders are not going down. So
homage to the
just something I
casino
wanted to touch
with the
on with that.
briefcases slot
I
machine.
see Most
100%.
Wanted may have gotten kicked down. I just gave the mic
It's going
back to you.
around,
I
Ty.
think see,
I
we
already did my intro,
have.
and then I'm gonna do like a longer
Oh, that's
speak when it
Christos
comes
that's
back
in
around. I
here.
think I'm like
Yeah, either
third,
either Most Wanted main
but
handle
it's
or
a pretty good
Christos.
flow.
Feel free to give a little backstory on Most Wanted.
Hello, guys. Thank you very much for having us here. Can
But this is
everybody hear me? I have some
more of our
connection
space.
issues.
It's more
Yeah,
entertaining.
you're clear. We can hear you.
CryptoCan, Carnot,
You
thank you
know,
very much for having us here.
AMA
This is our
than
first
last time.
AMA, guys. We launched 2 weeks ago. My name is Chris. I'm the dev, and we basically
Let's
building
go.
something crazy that you're gonna be the first ones to actually hear.
So NFT charts,
Just a little
community,
teaser,
Mexi,
not the whole
P2B,
thing.
base chain, burn
Most Wanted is
liquidity, 5 mil
basically
at
a
5
meme
mil,
that
10 mil at 10 mil,
can
2K
technically be
holders,
relative
casino
non-stop.
briefcase with the
It
NFTs
can
as
relate,
homage to
with
the upcoming
everybody.
casino, which I don't
The
even
way we do
have the
things
casino
is
on
we
here.
create some posters, and basically we can
Casino
comment and interact, with
to
everybody that is
casino night.
on Twitter. Um, it's a narrative that can never end. It's
What's the
endless.
briefcase
The
if you can
content
share?
is endless.
Yeah, I'll talk about
We're
it,
not
but
like a
it's part of the
typical,
NFT launch.
dog or cat
There's
or
like a
whatever
lottery.
meme.
Some
We
of the
are
more
a little
rare
more um,
NFTs are gonna
elaborate, I would
have
say.
like a lottery system with
Um,
some soul in
we
it.
had a very successful launch, and we've been keeping a very, very stable floor, as you can see on our chart. I'm a new dev. I'm not, a serial launcher or something, and I put, my love and my money into it, and my whole belief. I'm surrounded by chuds, basically. Without them, I would not be able to do what we're doing. My web dev is out of this world, and you can
1.7.
check our
Make sure you
website.
guys are getting those
And
DCAs in. Let's
like I
let
said
this
again,
chart
what's coming
fly
is kind of crazy.
while we're speaking. So if they look at the chart, it's gonna look crazy.
I love to hear it. And yeah, that's one thing.
June
Your project actually was shared to me
June buy
very early
the top
on.
airdrop.
I
Whoever
believe it was
buys at the
actually
highest
still on
price gets
Pump
1 million
Fund
token.
when it was actually shared to me first by a friend in my private room, and it
So
was one that
that's
I did check out.
June. So
I
that's
was
like
in
the
on day
actual
one,
price.
and
That's the
I was
actual
one of the things that I can
coin,
say how you
not
touched
the
on the website and how
NFT,
your
correct?
web dev is amazing. That is definitely something that I can confirm. I've seen
Okay.
time and time again
June
in your chat
airdrop.
of different people complimenting the website, talking about the website, and that's
It's
definitely
1
a good thing to
million.
see. It does show
June top
some legitimacy, especially coming off a pump fund where a lot of people feel like
airdrop.
it may be
June top
something
airdrop.
negative,
That's
or
catchy
a
too.
lot of times the sentiment view on pump fund is a bit different. But being able to show that legitimacy off the bat, I think, is one of the things that once it did hit Radium and it did start trading naturally. I think that's one of the things that was a good catalyst for people to have a bit of trust at
When
that
I
floor.
speak again, somebody screen
100%, I
record it,
agree.
please.
And when, as far as it goes, when we're talking about pump fund, we can elaborate
Or
later about it. I mean, what's good
timestamp
and
it
what's
on
not good
the
about it
YouTube.
launching over there.
Someone timestamp
I
it
mean,
when
you
I
can
start
see
speaking
all of our,
on the AMA
addresses are
again.
doxed on SoulScan with domains and stuff. So if you're a legit person and you want to do something legit, pump fund is the best way to launch. If you want to avoid snipers, if you don't want to bundle snipe and all of this scams that you see going around. So we can touch that subject later if you want to.
Yeah, for sure. When we do the deep dive, yeah, feel free. We can definitely kind of go over some pros and cons on that platform.
Absolutely.
Hey, Christos, I see you got your hand up, brother. Feel free to speak.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Hey,
Hello,
hey,
Mr.
doing great, brother.
Hello, Mr. Crypto Ken. How are you? Huh? Uh, First of all, very nice work putting all this together. I know that you are doing so much nice work around memes and stuff. So
Mention
I'm
active
here
Telegram,
as a meme holder. I see
1,100
that you have a really nice uh, a
members.
collection here, what I can say from really, really
Telegram,
solid
very active.
projects. I am holder in most of them, and especially wanted. Uh, but I think by the end of the day, I will be holder in all of them. But anyway, I
Just bought
think
some more
there
Solnic.
is a
Let's go,
bullish
you
atmosphere
savage.
for memes lately, huh? I think, and
Yeah, let's run
we
this
need
price,
to
this chart
promote
up.
and let people know about good projects and people that are not here, to cheat, but to actually promote a narrative
2.2 holders.
in meme. And I think it's the best thing to make money as a community altogether. Huh? I think that's the best thing to do. For me, I came here also because I'm very very close to Chris. He's the dev of Wanted, and I have seen firsthand the very hard work he has put on this token. By the way, Chris, have you showed
500. Let's
Ken his
go.
banner?
No, not yet. I have not shown Ken or Carnage their banners yet. I will post it later when we talk about our project.
Well, I think that the approach that Wanted has, it's this satiric approach that has for the space. It's a very, very genuine and unique narrative. And I think it will be very, very catchy. First of all, it's very, very fun. And I think meme coins is mostly about fun. Huh? So I'm not going to tire everybody. Hello, really nice to be in this space and giving the mic.
Appreciate it, brother. And yeah, when we do the deep dive for Wanted, feel free to tag team it, or if you got more to say, feel free to speak then. No problem at all. And
Yo, yo,
Karn,
yo.
you ready to go, brother? Oh, Granite, what's up, brother?
What's up, bitches?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good, man. Good. It's nice to see everybody reunited again. Um, I see you working every day, Ken, and that's dope, man. That you nonstop, nonstop. I do, however, I'm big on Cora. I know most of you guys know that, and it's just different to witness something that's going on there. Like projects would not outlast. People. People talk about the 10x's and the 100x's, but they don't talk about the 10x and 100x losses. So we've had some solid guys that have DCA from the tops and gotten to the bottoms and move it back up, and these guys are just I let the price keep coming down. Well, we're okay with real loyal motherfuckers picking it up, and just to have everybody on the same mindset like that, it's something beautiful to see in crypto, and I this my convention play along with of course Mom and Sharby, but Cora's my home, guys, and I definitely encourage anybody that doesn't know about them to check them out. There's a lot of incentives. There's a lot of ways you can make money, not just by holding the token. So yeah, definitely check that shit out, and yeah, good to be here, guys.
Yeah, glad to have you in, brother, and definitely, that's another one. Go and check out the
My bad,
chart. I
bro.
do have a tweet from them up on the big board. Go and check out the chart, and you'll definitely
I'll
see
let you know when I'm speaking.
that's another one that because of community
None of
strength,
these other
because
turnout.
of
None of
just
these other
effort and
communities have a turnout like
tenacity
we do. That's
that
facts,
that one
John.
has been able to find floors multiple times, has been able to bounce from those floors, and is continuing to set
Because
higher
we have the
floors as it
strongest
does that.
community
So,
in the game.
community is definitely the key, and Cora is definitely one of those projects that has a very strong community. So, I think you'll see that sentiment kind of reign true through most of these projects. We definitely know what it takes for, a meme coin
But
to
we
be able
know who
to
has the
reach the
strongest.
upper
They
echelon,
might have
and
good, but we
community
got the strong.
definitely is at the forefront of that. So, looking at the projects that we have up on here today, I believe pretty much every single one of them has a very good community behind them. And that is the reason why these projects aren't just
Bartner
lasting one
Bubbles.
day, 2 days, but weeks,
Hit me
months,
hit me on
etc.
the Discord about
And
that. I'm not
that's
sure.
a
What do
that's
you
a thing
mean?
to me personally that I definitely hold a lot of value for is being able to see that these projects can actually last and that they aren't just your overnight, moon and dust projects. So, with that being said, I'm not sure if you wanted to give an introduction,
Solnic
Carnage.
Army
Up to you.
showing up and
If
showing
not,
out.
we are going to start doing some deep dives into some
So I
projects.
think I'm third
First
in the
and
shoot for
foremost,
the
let
deep
me
dives.
let me just touch on the projects that I will be presenting really quickly. I definitely don't want to make this space all about me or my projects. I definitely want it to be an open floor for
We should
all,
look at web
but at
developer
the
to
same
get
time,
our
do
web
not want to
page
just
with
skip
links
past. So
show.
I will start with Mom really quickly. I did kind of touch on it a little bit earlier in the
Yeah,
space
hit me in the
with
Telegram about
Mom.
that. Any
Like I
ideas?
said,
Hit me
it
hit
was
me in the
launched
Telegram
January
about that.
2nd. So we're looking at over 4 months
1.75
since it's
mil.
been
Keep running
live.
it up. Keep
I
running up those
do own
buys.
True Trend Solana, True Trend Base, True Trend Buybot. That is part of the Mom ecosystem. There is revenue share that goes from that. 10% goes to the Mom holders. You do have to hold a 1% bag to be able to earn that revenue share. With our True Trend platform, we also have 10% referrals. So if you know people that may be looking for quality trending, you can always go create your own custom
Hey,
referral
if
link, go and share that
Cliff,
around.
if
Anytime your link is used
soul
for any
hunters are gonna
payment,
be like
10% will
douchebags,
be
like let's
directly
use
sent to
his
your
shit for
wallet
real.
address in Solana. That is
I'd rather
instantaneous
use his
with the
shit
payment.
anyways.
Everything works on 100% decentralized payment splits for our trending payments. So, quickest way to be able to get your referrals. Also, the first trending platform that has revenue share. And we are also the only trending platform that actually has a lounge that backs it. Our lounge is sitting at, I believe, about 360 organic members at this time. Any token that pays for top 1 to 3 trending on our platform does get a pin in our lounge. And if it is a project that I have verified to me from different sources or I know the team behind it, then they also get a push out to multiple different private rooms that I have access to or that I own personally. Um,
1.79.
I do
Run
run
it
my
up,
own
chat.
Legion private room, about 60 members. I'm also co-owner of Tortuga with my partner Blue Amber. We're sitting at about 150 members there. And then I also am, a big part in multiple other private communities. So, in my opinion, it is probably the most impactful trending, regardless of what viewership on a platform shows at times, views and things like that. When you see ones that actually pay and get the actual push from me, then you see a lot more impact. So, my recommendation is if you are going to use the platform, definitely contact me first, have a little bit of a conversation, let me know, about the project, and then go for that 1 to 3 spot so that you can actually get the push out to different private communities, etc. So that's a little bit of a touch on Mom. Like I said, it launched at 11K, ran to about 1.2 mil all time high, had a really big retracement to about 85K, is currently trading about 180K market cap. So, it is a slow moon type project, and you will definitely see that be consecutive in my pitches because that is the way that I believe running a project is best is
1.81.
to slowly and organically build the floor up, continue to keep green candles through an extended period of time, not one massive pump candle and then a massive dump candle and nowhere to rebuild. So next I'll touch on QB really quick. Once I finish my presentation, I'll get a couple of tweets up on the big board for you guys to go and check these out. Obviously, I can't run these. other Twitter accounts while I'm running my main, but I will get some tweets out for you guys. So QB, really quickly, like I said, about 13 days since it launched. It has been 100% organic. We have spent $0 on marketing. We have not paid a single caller. We have not paid for any trending. We have gotten organic marketing from different influencers that I know personally. Yesterday, we actually got a culture call from Easy Money. Easy Money is a good Chad. He is a longtime friend of
Gippin, thanks for
mine.
the
And
rose,
it
you
was
savage.
simply on the fact that it took about 4 days for me to get the culture call. But you know, persistence, I'm a persistent fucker. I don't stop. So that's, you know, that's one of the things when you think from the community side is definitely good. I think that kind of echoes what Hero from Sharby said, you know, when you got the
1.82.
team there, you know, he said, "Oh, I got 5
Those
different
buys are
Twitter
coming in,
accounts and I'm
baby.
there
Run
raiding
it
with
up.
you. I'm there working with you every day." You know, I do the same thing. I actually have 9 different Twitter accounts. So, you know, I'm I'm right
Whatever.
there in the trenches
Whatever.
with you every day. You know, I am grinding, you know, 18 or so hours a day. Depends on how much I sleep that day, but you know, 7 days a week, pretty much 365 days a year. I think I've probably taken off about 3 days this year, and that was for my daughter's birthday vacation. Other than that, you know, I'm the kind of guy that's here every single day. I
1.83.
give, you
Let's
know,
go. Run it up,
every
chat.
moment I can to the community, to the projects, and I continually work to try to build something better for the space where people have a safe place to invest. So, like I said, with QB, it was launched at a 3K market cap. I have been very public about the fact that we did bundle snipe that launch. It was a relaunch from a previous project that was called Dog with Hair. Dog with
They're
Hair
just
was a
using
good
DCA
launch. We did
feature.
about $1 million volume in a
It just
little bit
helps the
over an
volume.
hour. But the issue was that we
1.84.
had a sniper that got in. We did that 100% stealth launch, no team tokens, etc. Self-fund LP, no pre-sale, no private sale, you know, all that good stuff. But a sniper got in for 5 SOL. He sniped 28% token supply, sold off about $50,000 in a little bit over an hour, and it killed the momentum on the project. We ended up having to do the relaunch. I did a 50% reduction on any tokens anyone sent in. So if they sent in 1% supply, on the relaunch, they received back
Yeah, you see it both
0.5%.
ways, but I
That
mean,
was
it
done, of
all
course,
helps
to
the
raise the
volume.
floor and
It all helps the
also to
volume.
ensure that new buyers would not be exit liquidity for V1 holders. And our chart has proved that, you know, that recipe worked and that it has reigned true. As I said, it launched at 3K market cap about 13 days ago. And pretty much every single day, we've set a higher floor. There's only been a few red candle days. Each one of those has been eaten up. And it's currently sitting at about 150K market cap on a 100% organic floor. Most of the holders and big holders are very close friends of mine. And then we also have supply control through the bundle. You know, most people know me, and a lot of the ones that do, they know that I know how to hold a bag. They know that when it comes to especially a project that I am running, I am not the kind of guy that's going to sell on your head. So, you know, I've done a good job over time in this space of being able to build my own net worth, build my own portfolio and profile. I do not need to sell on others to make my money. I have plenty of ways in this space to make money. I do a lot of different trading when it comes to, you know, leverage trades, altcoins, etc. Most of my money is actually made from the bigger market. The reason that I do projects is to be able to give people a safe place to invest, and also because I want to be able to create a legacy in this space as well. And I thoroughly enjoy launching projects, pushing projects, and working with the community.
Well, you're doing great on that, bro.
Appreciate it, guys. And
Make sure
yeah,
you guys all
so
retweet
from
this space,
here,
by the way, guys.
Carnage he's gone mute on us today. So oh, I see Sats. Sats, you got your hand. I will let you go first, and then when we do the deep dive, just strictly based on the fact of how you guys came in here and showed out and brought the support, we are going to actually do the first deep dive will be you, Solnic. I am quite impressed
Let's
with how
go.
you guys showed up to this space. So first, let's let Sats run through what he wanted to say, and then Solnic, feel free to take the mic and do a deep dive, 10, 15, however long you need.
Let's go. Hey, keep running it up. Make sure you guys are retweeting the space too.
Thanks, Ken. Well, let me talk a bit. Let me give a little introduction about Cora. Yeah, as Ken said, we have been through immense periods of buying, selling, and we have consolidated to a insane solid core
Cliff, thanks for the rose.
of a community and holders. And that shows because when Carnage got back like yesterday, everybody just started buying again and no one's selling. I mean, literally almost no one is selling. Yeah, let me go. If you guys want to know more, for the bigger holders, we got the DAO, and you got to hold 1%, like 1 million tokens. There will be that will be your ATM. Like you get passive income if you invest in a DAO.
Did you talk? I'm about to talk right now. I'm about to do a deep dive, Dan.
You just have to wait till Carnage
If
gets
you would,
back with the
bookmark
trading,
or like put the
and you get
timestamp
rewarded
when I
by
start
just
talking.
being there. Just working on a lot of other add-ons, but that will be
Yeah,
for
one of you guys
future
timestamp it on the
spaces.
live.
Let me see. Yeah, also we got the incubator. Like we try to find good projects to push, and if you're there, you can be there at the lowest possible market cap, and also Carnage tries only to find the most safest devs there are. So there's no rock pulls or anything like that. Well, anyway, let me keep it at that now because some others want to speak as well, and otherwise I go in depth too much, I think. So maybe later on.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
We will do a Cora deep dive as well. Just quick introductions around the board, just so everybody can kind of get their name and their story out there. Don't really, some of the listeners, of course, are here just for one project, but at the same time, I don't want to, run it out too long. Some of the spaces I've seen, it takes an hour, 2 hours before a certain
99,
project gets to
100
speak.
on.
So I like doing it this way where everybody gets a bit of an introduction. You get to hear a small pitch from each, and then we kind of dive into deeper dives. With that being said, Solnic, take it away.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the community showing up and showing out. That's how we do things. Hey, Crypto Ken, no BS. While you were giving your speech on your rankings, I literally told Cliff that we need to use your thing. So I liked it the last time that I heard about it, and I got so busy that I forgot about it. But I'm gonna DM you so that way I don't forget it, because literally our community is so active. No BS that Soul Hunters is literally nerfing us because our community has voted it so many times that they have completely changed the way that they do things because Solnic was consistently winning on there. So I like the way that yours is set up, and we have a real world problem with I'm not enjoying how Soul Hunters is doing things. So I want to DM you after this so that way I don't forget, so that we can use your project. Teamwork makes the dream work. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you letting me talk about this awesome community. Like, it speaks for itself. But we have 1,100 members on the Telegram and super active. All-time high of, we started out, the community takeover was about 50K market cap. And just like you, I care a lot about legacy, which is why I dox myself. Like, I'm your boy Ski. That's my YouTube and TikTok. And I've been making videos. That's what I do, is like more Bitcoin and Link and like more fundamental stuff. So I was good before Solnic. I'm going to be good after it, regardless of what happens. And I just care about uplifting the community. That's why I dox my wallet, and I try to keep things as honest and transparent as I possibly can. Right now we have 99 out of 100 on the Dex Tools audit. 949 million supply was 1 billion, but 5 million has been burned into the liquidity and locked forever. We are going to do an additional 5 million burn at 5 million market cap. We're currently at 1.86 million. So we went all the way up to 6 million from 50K, and then we grueled down. It wasn't just like like, oh, 6 million, and then the next candle we were at, it like literally grueled down from 5 million to 4 million. It chopped all the way down. Like, that's what I do full time is I do TA. Wyckoff is my specialty, and to me, this is about as clean of a setup for Wyckoff as it gets. That's your markdown and your accumulation. We went all the way down to 400K, and on my mama, on my hood, I put a tweet out at 400K on the Solnic. It's still up. I literally outlined exactly where we were at in Wyckoff in the charts at 400K, and I said exactly where we're going. I said we're going to go to 2 million for the sign of strength before we start our next leg up. That is still up right now. So that's what I do. I'm a TA guy. But a little bit more about the community. We have a big NFT launch upcoming. And that, as you can see, like all of the Savage Solnic army is here using the PFPs. And I do really like Shabira's, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, but I like their idea about the female is really not, I want to say exploited, but it's not utilized in the meme space the way that it could be. It's a really underserved market, we should say. How about that?
Agree.
And that's one thing. So I'd like to maybe even work with you guys with our NFT launch, because we do have a female line. Maybe give you some of our characters. I'm not sure. We'll talk in the DMs, but we do have a female line. So we have the villain, which is Sonic's evil cousin, aka it's Gary Gensler, or the SEC, and then we have what you guys are seeing. The line. Everyone has the line of Sonic. And then we also have the female as well. So that's the three main ones that are coming out. Within that, all the proceeds from that are going to go towards marketing, developing, and they're going to. We're in talks right now with MEXC and P2B. So from the NFT launch, we're going to get listed. We're going to take the funds and get listed on MEXC, P2B. We're also going to burn liquidity and bridge over to base. We have other things down the road, but that's the main one from the launch that we're going to do. Also, within that, we're going to be developing the casino. So bigger picture, we're developing a casino. Just like in Sonic the Hedgehog game, there was casino night. We're developing a casino, and with our NFT project, there is like homage to the casino. Some of the more rare NFTs are going to have briefcases, and it's going to be like a slot machine, and each one of them are going to have some Solana. Some of them it's going to be like a lottery, and some of them it's going to be a little amount. So all of those, you're going to get some Solana, but some of them it's going to be like a lottery system to pay sort of homage to the upcoming, like a teaser towards the casino, if you will. We're going to burn 5 million tokens at 5 million market cap, like I said, and we're also going to burn 10 million tokens at 10 million market cap. We have 2.2 thousand holders. The community speaks for itself. But it's one of those, we will go as far as the community takes us, for sure. And then, in June, we have, June top airdrop. So whoever buys the top of June is going to get a 1 million Solnic airdrop. And like I said, there's only 949 million tokens. And I have given away personally, like my wallet is doxed, but I personally, for marketing and onboarding people and to really show that I do care about my legacy, I care about the long term, like I've given away 27 million tokens at this point for airdrops, for marketing, for onboarding new people, and I plan to do a lot more, because I understand if we really want to take this to where I really want to take it to, over $1 billion market cap, I'm going to have to give away 70, 80, 90% of my bag. And I'm perfectly, and some of the whales are okay with that too. And we're all doing this. We're all working together. And every single day, what I say to the community, and it's so true. It's we are the rocket. We are the fuel. We are the engineers. This is your captain speaking. The next stop is to Jupiter. Let's go. It takes every single one of us doing every single one of our parts, liking, sharing, retweeting. We raid with the best of them. One of the strongest communities in the game, and we're going to take this thing all the way to Jupiter. And I want to say real quick, that's pretty much the end of what we have in the medium term, if you will. We have bigger things on the horizon, but I don't want to say too much. But I want to say real quick, there's a difference that people seem to misunderstand of like normal market behavior, as in accumulation, bull run, distribution, markdown, accumulation, like that happens versus like an actual rug. And what you can tell is an actual rug, people like to say like the markdown phase or accumulation phase is a quote rug. It's like, no, bro, nothing goes up in a straight line forever. If it did, that would not be healthy, and that means that you can't sell it, and that's a scam. So there's a big difference between normal market behavior, as long as it does have a community to really bring it on the next leg, and as long as it does have the development and the team to really bring it to the next leg. But there's a big difference between normal market behavior and an actual rug, and we are prime right now. Like I said, I put the tweet out at 400 market cap that I outlined it, that this is Wyckoff accumulation. Our sign of strength would bring us to 2 million market cap. This is where we're at, and we're primed for our next leg up. But this is a 12 to 18 months of all of us pushing and really catching this actual bull market. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate you having me. That's all I have to say, and I'm open to answer any questions as well. What happened? I'm not sure what happened, but I don't know what happened there, but that's pretty much the end of my I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I really appreciate it, but I'm open to answer any questions that you guys have as well.
Yeah, for sure. That was a weird one. Especially how quickly you were able to pull back up. It showed requested, and before I could even approve, you were already able to talk again. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I was saying really good presentation. I do have a tweet of your guys pinned up on the big board. And I definitely encourage you guys to check out what they have going on. I mean, just looking at the community aspect of it alone should definitely show you that there's a strong floor here. There's been a big pump back from that floor. So, definitely time your own entry, but I would suggest to go and check out that community and see what they have brewing over there.
Yeah, real quick, by the way, anybody that DCA'd, which is why I'm a huge advocate of DCAing and not just aping in, but anybody who DCA'd at the literal top is in the green. As long as they DCA'd all the way through, they are in the green if they started at the worst possible time. So that's the best strategy.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's just it, right? Many people don't. Also, I'm with you on the TA part, bro. I mean, only thing is on meme coins, the TA is going faster than on the big coins. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it is. It's like way more pronounced and it's quick. Like you said, a whole cycle. Like we just did a whole cycle in 90 days. It is a lot more quick.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and people don't see that yet. But it's in our advantage. So good to see minds alike.
Yeah, the way that I see it is if you have a meme coin that you can actually do TA on, then really what that means, because I do a lot of TA personally, like I said, I make a majority of my money from the big market, swing trading altcoins, running leverage, etc. And I mean, even just holding. I went full time into crypto in June 2022. A lot of people would view that as probably the worst possible time to do it. But for me,
Big D, thanks
for
for the
one,
gifts, you
I
savage.
exited the market before the big dump at a very good time. I was sitting in stables when the dump did happen. I was able to accumulate very, very well on the floor in June 22. And I was able to, have the conviction to hold. I'm still holding BNB, ETH, etc. from June 22. So, a lot of those things, BNB entry under 200, ETH entry between $1,000, $1,100, etc.
You
Even
can't
just
do
holding
TA
those
on a
tokens
meme
obviously
coin.
has made me good money. But then above that, being able to swing trade, being able to leverage trade, etc., is definitely something that works in my favor when it comes to that. And that's where I typically focus on actually making my money. You know, Degens and meme coins are more fun for me. I enjoy being a part of the communities. I enjoy working and grinding with people. I very much come from that ilk of 2021 where you didn't care about callers, you didn't care about influencers, you didn't care about all of that extra. What you cared about was smashing raids and tweets yourself, shilling your bags out to your friends, staying active in a
Exactly.
community, working, grinding, and making the influencers realize what you are doing and getting their attention and eyes on you organically. So, just a little bit of
Yeah,
proof
so
to
many
that.
more work. So many more work, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot
Back
more
then
work,
it was
but
many more work.
it's a lot more fulfilling when it does happen. And the big difference between the
Exactly.
two is if you go and you pay a caller, you can go and pay a caller. I could go pay 10 callers right now and I
Yeah.
could pump a chart up 2, 3, 4, 5x. And then the next day, are you going to see those callers say anything? More than
Nah,
likely, no. But if you
nah.
actually grind and you make them recognize and get awareness of your project organically, that is when you actually get real support from these influencers because they actually see the potential. They don't just see money waved in their face. And,
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
be able to prove that point, like I said, yesterday we got a culture call from Easy Money. Easy Money is normally a guy that takes a percentage of supply and also about 13 SOL for a call. I've worked with
Yeah.
him since all the way back in the Arbitrum hype days, probably, I don't know, December 2022, January 2023, back when Arbitrum had its heyday before the governance token airdrop. And so, I mean, he already knows I push, he already knows I'm safe, etc. But it's just the effort. Like I said, it took 4 days.
Yeah.
LFG,
It took
baby.
multiple times of me reaching out and pushing. But that's the thing is organically, he realized what we are building. He already knows that the effort will be there from me and
All
the
right, let me
guys that
take
I
a
associate
quick
with
peek
on the
of
team.
anybody that I
And we were
missed.
able to get him in on a culture call just because of that. Same thing happened with Mom. With Mom, I was able to get 5, 6, 7 different influencers that came in just based off of effort, chart, and where they believed the project was going. So, that's one thing I really want to get out to these communities and the people that are listening here. Work for your
Yeah.
bags. Working for your
Yeah.
bags
Exactly.
works. It is proven time and time again. I did not go and pay 100 influencers to run Mom from 11K to 1.2 million. What I did
Not
was
true.
worked every single day and I continued to let these influencers know. If it took a week for them to come and call us, then it took a
Dan,
week. If
thanks
it took
for
2 weeks, it
time
took two
stamping that,
weeks.
you
If I had to hit
savage.
them up in DM 5, 10 times, then that's what I did. Persistence and effort does pay off. And it
Yeah.
typically gives you a lot better benefit than just opening up the pocketbook and paying for these things. So that's just something I want these communities to realize is, a lot of these people came in after the old bull run and they weren't really part of that. But that I had somebody in the chat say that today, like, man, I miss the days of when people didn't
Yeah.
care about influencers and just worked for a bag.
And we
Everybody
didn't
wants
need them
everything
also.
handed to them nowadays, but that's not the
Yeah,
way
we
that it
didn't.
works.
Exactly. And yeah, that's the weird thing. We are used to that, so we still do that, right? And also, yeah, about mom. Yeah, I think a lot of people sleeping on that one. I mean, you got through trending and you're working on a lot of more things. I mean, how can you sleep on that when true trending gets through and a lot of people are starting using it, you can imagine the revenue coming from that. And then you want a slice of that, but better be early. And yeah, on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
TA
with that
part,
one, it was what, $40,000 in revenue we did in the first 3 months, $25,000 in buybacks just from that revenue alone. So yeah, definitely not
Yeah,
something to look at sleeping on.
no,
I'm very much so a long-term guy, and I told the community on day one, and I've said the same thing in any project I've done. I will be in that community as long as the community is. You know, I
exactly.
any project I've done, I have been the last person in that telegram. And that is something that
Same.
I can always assure everyone that that is the way that it will always be. I will give the effort
Uh-oh.
as long as you guys are there with me. So, everybody says they want a safe team, they want a safe dev, they want a project that they can hold, sleep on, etc.
All right, there you guys
Anything that
go.
I
I
do,
I,
you
I
can
really
guarantee you can
DM'd him.
sleep on. We've had multiple green candles in a row. Anyone who trusted me on the launch is sitting in very good profits, and they're able to, kind of just relax and sit back on the bag. For Mom in particular, it took 2.5 months for it to hit its
All right,
all-time
that's a
high.
deal.
When we
That's a
touch on
bet.
QB is 13 days old, so that should tell you you are very early.
Yeah, exactly. Also on the TA thing, Solnic, if you like the TA, then look at Cora's chart. Definitely sexy TA.
Yeah, he'll like that one because it's a similar pattern as to how Solnic has been able to get the reversals, accumulate higher floor, reverse from there, etc. It is definitely gone through the same pump ups, drawdowns, and then reversals. So definitely one to take a look at. But next, I am actually going to move over to Most Wanted, and I'll just say really quick why I want to go to Most Wanted next is he hinted at having some alpha. He hinted at doing something that other people may have not done before. So I definitely want to hear a little more info. If you're not willing to drop the alpha yet, don't feel pressured. But I definitely want to hear more. Feel free to take the stage.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we are building nonstop, guys. We have been thinking, of what has not been
All right,
done,
guys.
in the meme
What a
space.
great,
If you take a look at our
great
PG,
show
we
out
have
by
a
you
meme
guys.
group. Basically, that's where all of our posters
I'm
are.
gonna keep listening
The
in on
posters
this.
are made mostly by me.
Just in case is
All
there
of these
any like good
posters
ideas that I hear,
are
or
custom
like
made
anyone that I
for
want
each
to collaborate with.
figure, or let's say influencer
But
in the
man, you
space,
guys did. You guys showed
and
up and you
they
showed
hit
out.
basically on the spot of whatever that they're going through, whatever
That's what
they've
it's gonna
been
take.
talking
That is
about,
putting
whatever
in the
bullshit
reps
they
in the
do.
gym.
Like there's a bunch of different ways you can actually see it.
Wow,
um,
man. Thanks for the
many
cowboy hat, you
projects,
savage.
they
But
try
the
to get, for example, a
queen
tweet
rises
from
to the top.
Ansem. We
Oh
got a tweet
yeah.
from Ansem on day 3, and he actually took his
Incredible
poster and he
Solnic army
posted it, and that's
destroying
why you
this
see the
space.
big spike over
And we're
there
gonna
that
keep
we
doing that
had.
all the
We hit
way
a
for the
new
next
all-time
12
high.
to
All-time
18
high is
months.
around 280,000,
This is fun,
if I'm
guys.
not mistaken.
Sonic game
um,
never
and we've been
disappoints.
sitting on the floor around 120, um, going up
I
and
know
down
we, I know
150,
Dan
120. But the whole
timestamped
thing
it.
is that
Hopefully someone
what we
recorded
building
that when I was
now.
talking. But if not, if he
I know
timestamped
most
it,
of
I can
crypto
record it.
degens,
I'm gonna
love
post that later because that was a
games,
good. I mean, that's a good like
and we've
snapshot
seen
of
many different
what's
kind of
up and
games. They're coming
what's to
out,
come for Sonic as
like
well.
casinos, like like many different kind of stuff. What we building is actually a first-person shooter, an FPS game with Web3 connectivity, and it's gonna have like multiple different maps. They're gonna have multiple
Look at
different
this chart though,
game
gorgeous.
modes,
I just bought the 1,000.
and of course they're gonna be rewards in Wanted,
All right, I
and
got you,
people that
bro.
hold Wanted, they are gonna get multipliers. Now I don't want to go too much on the detail of what exactly the game modes are gonna be, but let's just say, for example, your group,
I am 67 in
your
June and
private
managed
group that you
to
have, for
scramble
example,
to
want to
change
go
my profile
against
picture
another
on
group,
X.
or a project want to go against
Was
another
not
project,
on my
that's gonna
screen.
be
Wow, man, I got
basically
you, fam. I
available
got
to
you.
do
I'm gonna
so.
take your word for it.
And I think it's pretty cool. It's very very cool to be able
Thank you for your support,
to
brother
have this competition.
or
A
sister. I don't
fun
know.
competition that
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna assume.
everybody's gonna enjoy, and at the end of the day get
Thanks for your
rewarded also.
support. Wow, man.
That's
I
basically
got a list.
the big thing that is coming. I am
This
gonna
is
have a
everybody that I
teaser
saw.
sometime today. I already have some screenshots, but I do not have a video yet. The in-game basically mechanics are going to be so elaborate. There's going to be many things that you're going to be able to do. Again, I don't want to give away more things when it comes to the game, but yeah, I mean, I'm very, very excited. Very excited about it.
1.88 million.
What's up, Chris?
1.88.
What's going on, brother?
Good.
Good to hear you guys on Spaces.
This crypto space
I just
keeps
want to
me sharp.
interject for a second for those of you guys that are not familiar with the developer of Wanted. Is a good friend of mine in the space. I've been in the crypto space since 2017. I've had my own project for 2.5 years now.
1.88.
So can definitely relate. And he reached out to me about 3.5, 4 months ago when he started working on the Wanted project.
Will you
Chris is
message
not,
us so we can give
one of
you
these
our soul
serial
address?
developers.
Yeah,
that's
hit me in
constantly out there
hit
launching
me on
projects left and
Instagram.
right. This is his baby, and he just launched it
I got
a couple
you.
of weeks ago.
I'm
Has a
gonna
really
talk with. So
strong
I haven't even
supporting
talked with
cast
Habib.
around
I'm
him,
just Habib
supporting
is my
him,
man.
and yeah, man, the guy's been working
Habib's
really
the
hard.
right hand man. I haven't even talked with
And
him,
has a really
so I'm gonna
strong
talk with
team.
him and give
So
him the
I know he's
list,
probably not going to want to come up here and talk
and then
a
give
lot
him
about
like
himself,
24
but I'll just tell
hours.
you guys, if you're looking
And then anybody
for
that he doesn't get,
a
I'm gonna
very
get.
low
But
cap play that is going
we
to
got here
have
faster
some
than expected.
utility. I know of a lot of things that
We
are
already hit
cooking
2
on the
million
back end
last
too.
night, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys saw the volume start to increase significantly within the next 24 hours. I'll kind of leave it at that. But the guy's got a lot of contacts in this space.
Yeah, that's fine.
The whole concept behind Wanted, in regards to the Wanted
Don't
posters,
forget me, Jacob. I got you
might
on the
have
list.
seen
I
them
saw you on there,
all
you
over
savage.
X. Has been getting a lot of attention from KOLs. They're funny.
Yeah, you guys did
There's
great.
a lot of directions
That's
you
what
can
we
go
got to
with
do
that.
over
And,
and
like you
over and
mentioned, they're
over.
also
And
in
just
the
like,
process of
okay, you guys saw it,
a
right?
first-person
I'm gonna turn this down
shooter
on
game.
my
So there's a lot that really goes on with this
on here.
project. It has built-in organic marketing with the nature.
I'm gonna have it like where we can hear it, but nothing too crazy, right? But I want to point this out. Whoops. I'm gonna point this out. Hold on, I'm just muting it everywhere. But I'm gonna point this out though. Just like we were supposed to be third or fourth in the shoot, right? And the whole point of us doing this, and I'm being like as transparent with you guys as I can, right? The whole point of us doing this is to leave an impression in other people's minds. And like it's just like a seed. And not every single seed is gonna catch. But if we just keep throwing seeds, baby, we're just a farmer throwing seeds. A farmer throwing seeds. And eventually it's gonna catch and it's going to multiply and multiply and multiply abundantly. And we just saw it today. Like I was number 4 to go on the deep dive, right? But because our community was so strong, he bumped us to number 1. So we left an impression on him, and he's a real one. Like Ken is like, if you're not following him, you should follow him. But we left an impression on him, and like that's okay. We got in the gym, and we put up our shots. Now we're gonna do it again tomorrow, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're gonna do this all the way to 1 billion market cap. Just keep throwing seeds, keep throwing seeds, keep throwing seeds. That's what it's about. What's up, bud? You're good. Send it to me, Ty. Just wait on Habib. Let me talk to Habib first and give it like an hour after this live stream is over, and then you can hit up Habib. Habib is a human being, and he does this one by one, and he's done like crazy work for me. We're knocking on heaven's door. Showing out field, baby. So that's what it's about. That's what it's going to take. That's it. Okay, so we put in the work today. Now we got to keep doing it every single day for the rest of this bull market. That's what's going to get us to 1 billion. We are the rocket. We are the fuel. We are the engineers. This is your captain speaking. Next stop is to Jupiter. Big D, thanks for the gifts, you savage. Let's go. Great job, you guys. Great freaking job. This is what it takes. That's just such a little thing. Him bumping us 4 slots, but in the grand scheme of things, that's the goal. That was the goal to accomplish, is to plant, like, put an impression in their brains. Profit Pirates and this group, best groups. We're literally going to 10 million market cap sooner. We could go to 10 million like this freaking week, honestly. It could be tomorrow. It wouldn't shock me. Crypto Trend, thanks for the heart puffs, you savage. Mosey says the progress we have made in such a short time has me excited, and we are just getting started. That's right. Just getting started, y'all. What project are you talking about? So my project is Solnic, Solnic. I'm in a Twitter space right now, and we just did an airdrop, Scott, for anybody that showed up to the Twitter space using the correct profile picture, and it worked. So the whole point of it is to leave an impression that our community is so strong, and it literally worked in that I was supposed to speak number 4, and I spoke first because our community is so strong. Just keep DCAing. I'll be in the space in a couple of days once I'm out of Twitter jail. Bro, how'd you get banned from Twitter? That's what I want to know. Like, isn't Twitter supposed to be the free speech place?
I can hear you boys, man. I'm fucking raving, motherfuckers. Yeah, I knew it, man. There's some music in the background. I figured as much. But anyways, it's good to hear.
Crazy to see how being big of community market cap PNG has, and how much better Solnic is doing. Quality over quantity. Let's go. Yeah, if you're conservative. These things ebbs and flow. In 2022 is the other way. How's the airdrop work? Just hit me in the DMs. Just DM me.
He is a member of Tortuga Private Room, and he did reach out to me and said, hey, I think this would be a good project. I already had, decent knowledge of the project.
This is all becoming closer to becoming reality. 100 million soon. 1 billion after that. $5.89 after that. You have to think about it. You got to dream about it. You got to write it down. When you're making love to your girl, I want you to think about $5.89. Solnic. Each leg up exponentially bigger. That's right. And like as we go up and legs up higher, we're just going to DCA on exchanges. So we're going to start with small exchanges, Mexi, P2B, but as we go higher, like we're just going to DCA on exchanges. Awesome community, great job, Ski and Solnic Army. Let's go. Be wary, Mexi can be shady and dump their liquidity. We have to provide the liquidity. Okay, Eli. If someone is dumping liquidity, that's the team. Okay, that's the team doing that. All right. That's the team doing that because like in order for me to get on MEXC or us to get on MEXC, I just have to provide the liquidity. That's it. So if the liquidity gets ripped, that means the team is doing that. So that's a cautionary tale for whatever project that is. It's capitalism for the win. They just want their money. That's it. You give them their money and you're on the exchange as long as it's not a scam. Yeah, there's a marketing plan. There's a marketing plan that you can use and they airdrop your tokens. That's right. I think base chain move will be huge. Yeah. Yeah. And then not only base chain, but just all of them. Like the same thing. So we're gonna DCA onto exchanges and we're gonna DCA onto other blockchains. So BNB, base chain, we're already on Solana, AVAX, wherever we can get it. And I'm exploring ruins. I don't even know if that's possible, but if we can get on ruins, it's a wrap. So I don't know if that's possible, but if we can do that'd be like crazy too. Let me turn this back on for you guys. Memes are popping off on base, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's really just about just like diversifying your portfolio. So anybody, how can we help with that ruin? That's like early phases. So that's going to be after the NFT launch. That's going to be like a bigger thing to explore. How can we access the airdrop? Hit me in the DMs on Instagram. Requirements to get on Coinbase and Binance. Basically, we need a $250 million market cap minimum. More likely like $750 million market cap. So Coinbase and Binance, like they'll be some of the last exchanges. I'm not gonna sit here and like blow smoke and to be like, oh, we're talking with Coinbase. Like, nah, bro. If we get on Coinbase, it's gonna be like towards the end of the bull market. Can I DM you a screenshot? Yeah, you can. Telegram or Instagram or Twitter. Any of the three are fine. And I'll get everybody squared up in the next 24 hours. So be patient. Send me a DM, Crypto Trend. Hedge funds in the house. Okay, by the way, guys, make sure you guys all follow hedge funds. This is the NFT project right here. This is the NFT channel. So make sure you follow hedge funds right here. It's a listener right now. Make sure you follow this. Oh, am I like covering it up? I am. Right here. Follow this account right here. That's the official NFT page. Yeah, I'll accept you. Don't worry. after the live stream's over. Hey, Ski, what is considered a decent amount of tokens to hold? In the bear, so it's different based on what phases we're in. If we're in the bull market, I think it's okay to hold 25 plus, even like 25 to 50 is okay. If we're in the bear market though, like I think you should be having like 10 coins or less. What's the link for the NFT? It should be in my link tree. If it's not, I'll have it up in the next 24 hours. I'll take a look. I'm going to link their Twitter. But it's at Hedge, HEDGEFUNZ. No, I mean Solnic specifically. 5 million puts you in the whale chat. 5 million is what you should work towards. He did. I misunderstood. The assignment.
Yo, did you guys sit shut or what? I might have ate.
I saw your reply, bro. I already figured there's a green candle if you aped it.
What the fuck? Check the pin, please. We're almost at all-time high again. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, you gotta reply.
Yeah, this has been a great thing though. We're gonna keep doing this. And I'm going to be live at 6 p.m. Central. That's going to be in the normal live stream today. Okay, so make sure you keep DCAing until then. Hit me in the DMs. We'll do like I said, the regular live stream at 6 p.m. I'm going to make a couple videos between now and then. But I appreciate you guys showing up and show out. But my port is worth over 60K. We do send screenshots to. Give me like an hour or two. I'm gonna talk with Habib, and then as long as he says okay, send it to him, and then if not, send it to me. In the next 24 hours, everyone's gonna be squared up. I have a list.
I don't know if you guys heard about Coco, Koala AI. Did you hear about that?
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream now. Give me like an hour to get everything settled as far as with Habib for the airdrops. Everyone's going to get their airdrop in the next 24 hours. Don't worry. And I will be live at 6 p.m. Central, so come with your questions and your coins. That's going to be the normal live stream. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first.